welcome back to the channel and to this to my studio here in the garage. I hope you like the setup. So right here I got my 511 AMP24 backpack in the G07 camel pattern. So I've had this thing for the last several months, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to make this video interesting for you, and like what I've been using this thing for the last several months. So actually this thing turned into my dedicated camera bag. So here I'll just quick show you how I set this up as a dedicated camera bag, and if you want to set one up as a camera bag or just your everyday type of a day bag. Yeah, I didn't want to have one dedicated camera bag because I don't like having variety of things. I like living the minimalist lifestyle, so I kind of like having one dedicated thing for multi-purpose use. So the way I was going to do this for a camera bag, I was looking around all over the place to see if I could get like camera bag dividers and put them in here, because the interiors you can add Velcro to it, but after a lot of thinking and research, I didn't think it was a good idea. So I'll show you. So the best solution I found for this was this insert that goes into your backpack, and you can get it on Amazon for like $40. It's a newer brand. So the insert itself, as you can see, it slides right out. And for my current setup, the way I'm running it is, as you can see, I got my Sony camera in here and my microphone. I got my another lens if I need it, and my GoPro kit in here with all my attachments or whatever else. Got all my spare batteries and anything like that. So it's a nice slim profile. I wish it was slightly a little bit bigger so I could also add my gimbal to it as well, but that doesn't work out. It's too small for that. But as a day, if you're gonna do like a day camera shoot, this thing is perfect. I could just slide it right in and just go. Another thing from 511 is that kind of goes with that bag is this, you can see this thing is just a sample. It's called the Joey pouch. It's like a water resistant. I would say it's waterproof, but I'm sure if you're gonna submerge it underwater, you're gonna get some water in there. But in the rain, I think this thing will be perfect. So this is like my spare bag that I could just throw it in, and I could just throw my spare cables, my GoPro, or just any attachments like for the gimbal, or like the gimbal cables and stuff like that. So it's just a nice little pouch to have. And no, you can't throw an iPad in here unless you got an iPad mini maybe, but a full-size iPad Pro like the 10-inch model will definitely not fit in here. That's why I kind of wish the zipper was on top so you could just slide it in, but it does not fit an iPad, if that's what you were wondering. But yeah, if you're a fan of Magpul makes a similar product, but I like this thing because you could just throw whatever you want. Or if you're, for example, if you're gonna travel, you could throw your passport or anything important in here. It'll keep it waterproof and away from the elements. Okay, so let's just jump into this bag and I'll go over some of the specs. This thing weighs 3.2 pounds. It's a 32-liter backpack. So the main compartment is 20 inches high and it's 11 inches long, and the depth is 8 inches. So the way I look at it, this thing is like a perfect carry-on bag for an airplane, and I actually did test that for a recent trip to Miami. If you followed some of the workout videos, I took this thing to Miami, and this thing was perfect. It fit all of my camera equipment and my iPad, and this thing actually, you could slide this right under your seat perfectly, and it's nice and slim profile. So as you can see, this thing's got the hex grid on the outside, and you can actually use this kind of like a molly. You can attach things to this. If you don't like that kind of stuff, you can always remove it. Right here you can see the hooks. you can unsnap this thing, and whatever you mount it to here, you could just take this whole panel off, and you can mount it right on the inside. You can clip it to the right on the inside, so and it'll stick to this backing, because this is like the hook material for the Velcro. So you can just slap that on here in case you don't want any, like if you got a medical pouch mounted to here, and if you don't want it to be visible, you can just throw it right in. So what I like about this, for example, when you lift this up, is you could slide your iPad in here. So I got my iPad Pro right here, and this thing fits perfectly. So when I'm traveling on a plane, for example, if I stow this under the seat, all I do is just open this up and take out my iPad. So really like that functionality. Another thing is, I'm not a big fan of having super flashy backpacks, you know, like some of the military styles with the military style camouflage, for example. You could spot that from a mile away. Actually, funny story is, when I was traveling in Jamaica one time, I had my military backpack. It was right after I got out of the service. His security guard actually pulled me out of line and took me off to the side and inspected all my stuff, because he thought I was smuggling something, and it was just because of the backpack that I was carrying. So since then, I've never really liked having a military style backpack. So this is more of a low visibility style, especially if you take off like this hex grid, you're not gonna really notice it as much. So let's go right back into this. So up here you got another pouch, and for example, you could just throw your protein bar, for example, or your spare batteries, or even you could throw your wallet in here, just for easy access. This thing is ridiculous because it's got so many pockets, and even up until yesterday I was finding new pockets that I didn't notice before. So this thing opens up all the way, and in case you were wondering, the zippers work both ways. You can even open it from the bottom as well, if you got to just get in from the bottom side. So some might like it, some might not like that functionality, but I don't mind it at all. So if you open this thing up all the way, so now you got another thing, like all these small little mesh pockets, for example, like I got my iPhone charger up here. I just keep, and yesterday I noticed I had another pocket in here. This thing is, you don't even notice it, but I like how they built that in, and you probably just hide some stuff in there, like your money if you're traveling. Then you got another big mesh pocket right here. You could, it's got like this stretchy material, like you can clip thing. It even's got a thing for clip your keys into it, or you could just slide stuff into here. I'm not sure what their intention was for that, but yeah, you could just put your cables or paperwork or whatnot. So the next you could probably see is this pouch right here. You see this giant hydro flask. It is a 32 ounce bottle, and this thing fit perfectly, and you can actually put one on each side. There are two pockets just like that, and if you got a wife that drinks tons of water like mine, this works out perfect. So yeah, and interesting thing is this pouch actually is a dual pouch, because if you flip this to the side, and there you can see the zipper right here. You zip this open, and this turns into a big pocket, as you can see right here. So if you don't have a water bottle in there, you could just use this from the outside. So just to continue on, so for example, another great functionality as a media backpack, for example, you got another zipper in here. You unzip this, and you can slide your laptop right in here. So they got the two straps in here. So for example, when your laptop sits in here, it's offset. So when you're dropping this backpack onto the ground, the laptop is not going to be hitting it because it's actually elevated because of the two straps there on the inside. So the laptop sits about this high. So that's what I like about this. So yeah, it's pretty roomy. This thing, I put my MacBook Pro in here and it fits perfectly, and it's pretty secure. So if you flip this thing around, another pocket that's probably hard to notice is right here on the bottom. So you just zip this open and you can stash probably some things that you don't want to smash if you're going to leave this on the ground, but just another pocket for whatever other random things you want to put in here. So for the back panel, as you can see, these pads are super comfortable. They're nice and thick. Yeah, I was wearing this thing for a while and it felt good on my back. Yeah, it's got the chest strap if you like using that. I don't necessarily use it too much because it's designed probably for some low bearing stuff if you're gonna go on a nice long hike, and you can quickly unclip this as well and adjust the height on these. So this thing is pretty solid and it curves to your back pretty good, and like I said, it feels pretty comfortable on your back. It also has on the side, it's got the retention. He's got the clips here. So for example, you can use these. I got my tripod here. You can also just slide it in here and just cinch it down and it'll keep it nice and solid. So that's what I pretty much use those for. But other than that, or you could even cinch down your jacket on the side. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah, this has been my my day pack or my traveling backpack. Like I said, I think it's a perfect solution if you're gonna fly somewhere and you want to grab your camera gear, because I'm never gonna check my camera gear in. It's always gonna stay with me. Like you see, it fits my entire office into this backpack. So thanks to 511 for providing us with this nice quality backpack and in the Joey pouch. And yeah, we've been working with 511 for a while now. We've been getting some nice quality prototypes for you to review for you. So I hope you like this video. We'd really appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up, if you'd subscribe to the channel, if you share it with your friends. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram at To The Core Media, at the To The Core Actual, and Officer178 for additional content. And feel free to reach out to us and let us know what else you'd like to see reviewed, or if you got any questions about anything. Usually we check the YouTube and Instagram daily and we'll respond to you as soon as we can. So we'll see you on the next one.